name is Shannon O'Donnell, and I currently teach 7th and 8th grade living environment. STEM learning is a lot of collaborative work, a lot of hands-on work, where students are given scenarios and asked to analyze them similar to what they did today. My students really enjoy critical thinking, and they're excited to move forward with it. In today's global society, there are very few science, tech, and engineering jobs that stay in the United States. By providing a STEM program, it's going to allow our students to compete globally, to receive jobs that can, open the world for them. My professional development training with Discovery Education has really allowed me to incorporate a lot more multimedia into the classroom. I've also been able to have a lot of collaborative activities where students are thinking critically. They help to provide me ideas for higher order thinking questions, as well as giving me suggestions on how to have my students collaborate efficiently.
Peter Pauly, and I teach mathematics and computer programming, computer science. I think we've needed STEAM education, not just now, but we've needed it for years, because it's a way of looking at the world and understanding what's going on. And it's very focused on getting at the causes, instead of just looking at effects, instead of just looking at, sort of being blown by the wind. You want to understand the wind and why it's blowing. And a lot of STEAM education, really the focus of STEAM education, is to try and get ourselves to understand the world at a very fundamental level. The mechanics of the world, and then once we understand the mechanics of the world, we then know how to change it and how to make the world better for ourselves, for our children, for everybody. The benefits for students, I would say, are mainly learning how to look and think about the world. Mostly today, right, the world wants you to only look at the advertising, only look at the surface. And a lot of our kids think that that's everything, is just the surface. And part of what we want to do with STEAM education is to get them to understand that underneath there's a whole set of mechanisms going on. There are things, events, processes, that if they understand the process, then they won't be controlled by the surface, that they'll be able to take control, they'll be able to live the kind of lives they want to live, rather than the kind of lives somebody tells them they should be living.
Just say wearable technology. Tell me what type of wearable technology you're thinking of when you see the lily pad. What kind of things have we talked about in class, okay? I want to see 24 answers up there, one from everybody, to do with this technology. This idea that you can take something and program it and sew it into something. So, if you guys see that when I refreshed it, apparently a lot of you have been saying light up shoes. That's why it's the biggest one. And then everything else is smaller, so a couple of you have been saying the same thing. So think about that. I'll give you guys another minute to put in some more answers. Think bigger than just lights.
A good way to think about programming is like making a sandwich. How do you guys make a sandwich?
Put the bread
From the very beginning to the end. Where do you get the bread?
the pantry.
You go and buy it, right? Then after you buy it at the store, where you go? Do you make it in the store?
No, you go home.
You go home, right? And then what do you do with all the ingredients? What do you do?
Put it on the counter.
You put it on the counter. And then what do? You get a plate and
Open the bag of bread.
bread, and you put it all in order, right? Close it, enjoy, right? So that's what you're doing with programming. You're putting things in order. You first get everything that you need, you place it where you want it, and then you make it. And that's how you make programming work.
An animal almost looks like he's thinking, right? You can actually see activity. So that's blinking 200 times a second. Now you've taken a second and you divided it, right? But you could never see that without, which is kind of neat.